because maybe I know something will happen,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
it's fun giving a title.
The sweet spot for the sweet spot for episode names is always when you make an episode name that is completely meaningless to the user or to the person reading it until the episode ends, and then they go,
Yep.
It's got to be an inside joke.
Yeah, I struggled with all of our Hibernia ones. It's literally the something, except for one of them. Yeah, I struggled because when you play for 3 hours, I'm like, all of this kind of all of this kind of could fit and also not have anything to do with anything. All right.
See, if we were recording Witchlight, the one where we
our home game.
What was the clown that was in charge of punishments and stuff at the fair? Thaco. We could have called it cupcakes and cup checks. That's when I tried to hit him in the neck twice and I failed both times.
I mean, unfortunately, I won't give you inspiration, but that was a great example of what you guys can do for hero points. All right. So.
All right, nice. Gonna hit somebody in the nuts this time.
That reminds me of Gladys from Portal. Look at Blue. They're very good at being an example. Or something like that. I don't know.
So I don't have a ton to recap from last time, but essentially, Vorik and Stomit got mildly lost in the woods trying to follow Ani home, and eventually made their way to Ani's cabin in the woods, or hut in the woods, using Stomit's druidic sense of direction rather than Vorik's sense of smell. Ani was surprised to see the two gentlemen at her hut, but Yggdrasil called her attention to them, and they were able to bed down for the night with Ani in the sort of makeshift area that Ani has. In the morning, you guys began preparing while Ilva shopped for winter clothes in town and then made her way to the hut with the crude directions that Ani gave her. Once you guys all convened and had prepared for the day, you guys made off to what you had heard were some lost ruins, which Vorik is looking for a specific magical item called the Conqueror's Axe, which was once said to be used by the original founder of the Wolves of Shadow. You guys make your way through the forest and eventually come to a fairly open area where shambles of a wall stood within an open field. Once you guys entered the area, animated armor began to rise out of the snow in protection of the place, signaling that you guys were in the correct place, but also proving to be a rather dangerous battle for you guys. Ilva went down at one point, but you guys persevered and managed to defeat the animated armor, and you are now breathing heavily in the cold winter air. It's probably like an hour or two from sunset, and you guys did have to walk some of the day. The animated armor lays disanimated at your feet, and you guys begin to treat your wounds.
Shall I make some rolls?
Yes, sir. And narrate who you would like to treat first. And
who's most hurt right now? I probably Ilva, right?
I just got healed.
Oh yeah.
Actually. Oh, you healed me. a bunch.
Mid-battle, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I used my big heal on you. Okay, that's right.
I'm down 7. I'm down 7 currently. Yes, I am wounded. Yeah.
I'm at 12 out of 22. I think, aren't you? Did you say you were at like 2 or something?
Well, I'm at 9 now.
9 now?
Yeah, because I leveled up. But I'll heal you guys first, and then I'll heal me last. Well, I guess you can still heal though, right?
I can. Yeah, What did I use? I used Chilling Spray in that Ray of Frost.
I think we have the same.
Too.
We have the same bonus right now to healing because I get a +2 bonus for being in nature. I have to have a +2 bonus to be the same as yours.
I mean, I guess I could. Can I not? Shit. But battle medicine. Kind of want to save that for.
Well, no. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can just treat wounds.
Yeah.
We can take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 30 minutes, I suppose.
And yeah, I can heal whoever.
Sounds good. Yeah. I will heal Ilva first.
Okay.
That's a 24, which is a critical success. Is that right?
Well, a 15 is the.
So is it 5 over? Or is it 10
It's
over?
10.
It
It's
10
10.
over.
So almost.
I always mix that up. So that's just a success, but you do lose wounded.
You lose
Perfect.
wounded.
And and you take or you receive.
I
6
take.
points of healing.
Hold on.
You receive 6 points of healing.
Cool.
There can
And
only be one.
below max.
Stab Ilva in the heart.
And then I will heal, I guess, myself after that, and leave Stomach the other 2.
I also have. Sorry, did you want to go ahead?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I also have for one of my focus spells. I have Goodberry. You imbue the target berry with the bounty of nature, turning it into a good berry that can heal and sustain far beyond its normal capacity. A creature can eat the good berry with an interact action to regain 1d6 plus 4 hit points. A berry not
Goodberry's like a
consumed
lot
during the
in
duration.
Pathfinder.
Yeah. Berry not consumed during the duration withers away. Every 6 good berries consumed gives as much nourishment as 1 square meal for a typical human.
Wow.
Goddamn.
But it costs 2 actions.
Is that like an actual spell,
Right,
though? Will
right.
it take a spell slot?
It's under a focus spell.
Oh, it's a focus spell. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
fine. You can refocus.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can cast it and then refocus, taking 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Well, yeah, why don't you cast that and refocus, and I will heal Boric, so that we're making the best of our time.
Okay,
And I
so
can
who should
treat
eat
my
the
own
good berry?
wounds too, but I'm just curious, why? Like, are we actually using actions at this point, or are we just?
Well,
kind of
focus
doing-
spell, I guess, is just, it's literally like, I just need to focus on just that one thing, and then,
We're out of
What, I
initiative to
We're out of
answer
initiative.
Vorik's question.
Yeah, that was all I wanted to know. Because if we're not spending actions, then yeah, let's just all take 10 minutes. I mean, we have 3 healers in the party. Let's just all treat our wounds.
Well, you can only treat wounds once per hour
Oh,
on an
person.
individual. So I can treat you. I can treat blah, blah, blah. I just crit treating you.
I thought
Sounds
you.
pretty good.
Yeah, you crit treating Ilva, right? Yeah.
No, I treated Ilva normally. I treated me normally, and then I crit treating you.
Witches, I
okay.
think, have special
she just
treat
likes you.
wounds. Yeah.
Neato.
How far away from you from Max?
8.
You're Max.
Yeah, I figured as much. I was gonna say I'm like not even.
so
not
I
even.
am 11 points away. Should I use the good berry? Should I focus, like, how does
I mean,
you know,
might as well, right? You can refocus a bunch of times, right?
you
Or
can-
can
you
you only
also
refocus?
can I?
You could also just treat yourself, or I could treat you while you're doing that. But
Yeah,
the
or
only
I
reason
can treat
didn't-
him. Either or, yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't treat you is because I thought, okay, now we could do it together. We could do it in 20 minutes rather than
it's
than
a,
me
yeah,
doing
it's a
it in 40
time
minutes,
thing.
You know?
So
Oh,
basically, you're burning daylight at this point. So
Mhm.
since you guys do have 3 healers in the party, this is also just you guys are kind of figuring out your own skills. the witch is the mega healer that you guys have, and then Stomach for the refocusing. It just basically means like you can't do anything else. You're just focusing on doing this one spell, but then you can like do it again right after. But it takes you 10 minutes every time.
That 10 minutes. Okay. So it's pretty much I should just use treat wounds.
No, you use the focus berry on yourself, because in 10 minutes time, you can use the focus berry again on anyone else. Or is it 30 minutes? Oh, no, because you have to wait.
Duration.
Yes, you have to wait 10 minutes every time you use it, but you have an unlimited number of uses, and it's not once per 30 minutes. It's once every 10 minutes. So instead of wasting 30 minutes, he can just do everybody once in 10 minutes. Does that make sense? We're just saving 20 minutes. We're like nitpicking at this point, but
Sure.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, at this point, Vorik's at max. I'm one below max. I don't know how Ani's doing.
It is up to you, good Stomach. Would you like some berries right now?
I'm gonna eat some berries.
Eat the berries.
How many berries do you create?
Just one.
Just one.
Okay.
One ripe berry.
Mega berry.
So this is also something.
All right,
the goodest of berries.
To just kind of keep in mind is like, and I'm kind of pulling from D&D right now, but in D&D, good berry gets you up for 1. So typically when you have good berry, I think it makes 4, and they last for 24 hours. So basically in D&D. So I'm just kind of giving you like an idea of what you can do with this. And what people do is they get people up with it. So in the instance of, Ilva was down and you don't want her making death saves, you would pop a berry in her mouth and she'd be up for 1.
Okay.
And then she could chug a health potion or whatever have you.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're like, are they like what are they called? Sensei beans or whatever?
Senzu beans. Senzu beans.
It's still just a healing spell, though. I mean, at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're just more potent in Pathfinder, it sounds like, and it's probably because you can only make one every.
Just one.
You can only make one.
Also, because it only lasts 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
okay. So you have to take it right then.
Yeah, it's meant to be taken like right then and there.
Got it.
But I mean, then he can refocus and just have that focus point back, and then do it in the future. So.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I healed 6, so I'm at 18 out of 22.
Cool.
Very neat.
Well, you can eat a bunch of those berries because they're gonna go bad in 10 minutes anyway.
Oh yeah, should I just fucking? All right.
I mean, Ani takes 30 minutes.
30
right?
minutes. Yeah. So if
Healing,
you want.
Okay, so I got 20 minutes. I'm good. All right.
Yeah,
I heal 7, so now I'm max.
Okay.
All the healers.
Great. We're kicking.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, there we are.
I'm fresh, good to go.
I mean, it is kind of cool that it's Pathfinder. There is no short rests, but our Pathfinder, we've got short rests. We've essentially got the exact same thing as a short rest. In fact, half the time.
True, because we can only do it once per hour, right? With treat wounds.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's basically a short rest.
From what I read, it's kind of based off of how D&D 4e was, where the game expects you to take a short rest after each battle to treat wounds, etc., etc. So yeah, you're fighting a lot more, but it really expects you to take the time to recover after each battle. Once you guys are all done, and you guys kind of pack away your supplies and look at your things, everyone go ahead and make me a perception check.
Ooh.
$24 for Vorik.
Oh, jeez, okay.
15.
I fucking see shit, brother.
Also 24.
Okay.
All that adrenaline from the fight. His eyes are just wide as hell.
7 from me. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Ani, you're busy packing up your things and coaxing Yggdrasil out of a tree. He seems very invested in chasing a squirrel up there. And you guys begin to sort of like wander the battlefield. Ilva, you're no stranger to sort of looking over a battlefield for survivors or weapons that are usable, etc. So you kind of you guys take your time to pick up your daggers and your weapons, and you take a look at the armor, and it's very rusted and weather worn. So you guys don't really believe that anything of the animated armor could be of use to you. However, as you guys sort of begin to look around the wall, as you're walking through the snow, Vorik foot catches on something hard, something that is not just dirt floor, and as you stamp your foot again, you hear a little bit of a rattle.
What is this? What? And then I pull on it. I guess I'm stomping down, right? Does my foot go through it or anything, or no?
You stamp, you hear a rattle, and you dust off the snow, and you see a very rusty hatch.
Could be the way forward.
Ezra waits. Grab the door, flip it up, and I jump in without even looking.
That is, we're moving.
Unwise.
You jump down into the dungeon, and it's quite dark and very cold. As if, and the air is very musty, as if this hatch had not been open for some time. As you jump down, your feet immediately hit stone steps, and you begin to make your way down. Does everyone follow?
I am waiting for my other two companions before I venture
You're
forward.
Yeah, I'm happy.
But once they appear, I will follow him.
I do
I
think
have
there's
a
a moment
hazard.
where Ani's looking around where did everybody go? Oh,
You have your
because I
cat
rolled for
finally.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the cat finds it before me.
Right?
Yeah, we'll check out the hole.
Fog.
Can we hear are you screaming on your way down? Are you battle crying on the way down? Can we hear him hit the ground or something?
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
Did you say how far of a drop it was for him?
Oh,
I mean, it was stairs, right?
you hit the stairs.
Yeah.
He's expecting a real long drop, so he just stretches out. He's just buckle and he rolls down the stairs.
That would be something
when you
that
go to,
Vork does.
You think there's a step there, so you step all weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Now,
worst.
how do I turn off the fog?
There's no way to look good when you do that either.
No.
Hover over that section, and then you should be able to click that section, and then unclick the fog button.
That's what I thought.
Oh wait, I gotta open this up.
Let me refresh
Although
my
there's
page.
there's a massive fog, so
Fog you, dude.
I know.
good one.
I know, I'm so funny. I'm so fucking funny, dude. I'm so fucking funny. My mom, my people, they still say how funny I am. And I touch myself with a fog. Alright, what's up?
No.
Not letting you.
Huh.
My screen is just all gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get rid of some of that.
Okay, well,
It could be like a setting itself. It couldn't be like, it could not be something on the board, but like just a setting in the fog setting to make the whole board
yeah, it's
foggy.
like enable multilayer, enable fog.
What? I don't know how I joined last time.
I think I allowed you this time.
Click on the link, and then you join.
Someone's in here.
No, I know, but I was in there before. I'm AHPB, remember? I'm Anne Hathaway's
okay,
pubic.
there we go.
I'm the middle
There you go.
There we go.
Apparently, I zoomed out while I was.
Yeah, I was like, it's so tiny. Okay.
There we go. Meow meow. We got there, guys. Okay.
Good job.
I gotta
Right,
close
can you let me back in? For some reason, it's not working.
Yes.
Yeah, she has to give you like permission or something. Turn on the
There you
as well.
There you go. Riding horse.
Yeah,
Me.
or just gave me.
There we go. Okay, so you guys enter a very, very dark, dank room. The floor is dirt. There's no light. I don't actually think that any of you have dark vision except for Stomit, which is so exciting. So, but Stomit, you would see just in
I
gray
have a low
tones
light
in here. Yeah.
Well, it says you can see in dim light as though it were bright light, and you ignore the concealed condition due to dim light.
I have low light vision if I'm raging.
You're like, it's fucking dark in here!
There's someone else with low light vision.
Oh, okay, the
Iggy?
witch has it?
Iggy
Oh,
has
yeah,
low
yeah,
light
Iggy.
vision.
I cannot see. Does anyone have? I can light the torch. Hold on.
I can see. And then I run into a wall.
I definitely pull out a little vial that is just like this like long thin vial that doesn't look like it has liquid in it. It looks like it has dust in it. And I uncork it and I shoot it up in the air and like just like you know how like dust like little dust motes will just like float around in the air.
Mhm.
And you're supposed to be dropping. You're not supposed to just stay at the same height forever. You know what I'm talking about? When there's dust in the air and you see this little like floating thing hanging around and you're like, what the hell is this thing doing? It doesn't fall ever. It just floats there. She does that and dancing lights come out, 4 little floating lights. Come out in a string about 10 feet apart from one another.
Oh.
And they each shed light like a torch, apparently.
I'm glad you
Of
took that
course.
because
Thank you.
that was like one of my first ones picked, and then I changed it. And I was like, damn.
Go ahead
Yeah, we'll
and
have
make
to
me
have
Andy
a
right now.
perception check for the room, you guys.
All of us.
Hi.
All of you.
Is that movie here? I don't.
24.
Okay.
Nice. 16.
21.
Oh, we almost traded. I had 17 last time, I think.
Ooh, okay, 23.
Nice.
No, I had 15.
Rolling
Damn,
well.
both times.
So Vorik runs
Pierce
into a
here.
wall and doesn't see,
Usual.
sees like stars and Tweety birds. As you guys
I
kind
told
of
you I could see.
the dancing lights, sort of like string lights, are lighting up the room, and you guys see that there are pillars that seem to be holding up much of the room. A couple of the pillars have crumbled, but from the pillars that still stand, you can see that they are insanely intricately carved. It looks like a master craftsman, like a master sculptor, would have carved this. It's filled with impossibly small details from top to bottom. And as you guys sort of look a little closer, go ahead and anyone who rolled above 20 can make can recall knowledge.
Wait, that's it? Damn, that sucks.
Sorry.
I want to use my dubious knowledge.
recall knowledge using any of the skills? Or specifically like religion or something?
Religion
Come
or
on.
occultism. Yeah.
Okay, I can do either one of those, just so you know.
I can
24.
Occultism is slightly better for me.
religion is way better for me.
Okay, I'll do the occultism then.
Yeah, occultism was good for me.
And who rolled the highest? Was it Stomit or
I got a 24.
Oh,
you got a 24?
got a
Okay.
23.
I got a 25.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go, team.
Look at us.
Jesus.
You guys see that each of these are some of the columns are for or all of the columns are for specific gods. So one of the first ones that you guys see is Odin, and sort of a some insight into his many legends and travels. You see a lot of stories that you would recall sort of etched into here. You know, his marriage, his children, his many deeds, some of the knowledge that he was able to uncover.
That nasty divorce.
The nasty divorce.
There's like 3
another-
pillars on that.
Yeah. Another for Loki.
That time he tried to stand up.
Another for Freya, Frigg, Balder. There's several pillars in here. Stomit, you see in the back of the room, actually behind the staircase. Wait, right here, actually. You see a idol of sorts. It seems to have been made by the same master sculptor as whoever made these columns. It's of a different material. The columns seem to be of stone, while this is a black sort of obsidian one. If you had to just by quickly looking at it, it seems to be just of a great Viking, great helm, giant halberd. Boric, as the others are sort of looking at the columns, you notice the statue as well.
Can I do a recall knowledge check as well now, or I mean, do we pretty much have everything
Yeah.
that we need for this?
If you want to do,
Because we know,
if
like,
you want to look at one specifically, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to look at Odin's. I'm going straight up to Odin's.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can go a recall knowledge on that one. Odin specifically, you spend extra time on it.
Okay, and then do you want me to just roll a religion check?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Or you can use your special thing, but you do know quite a bit about Odin.
Dubious knowledge, no matter what, it just always is active. So I either pass or but when I fail, I still get a little bit of something. However,
it's dubious.
I don't know which between the two. You get to choose between the two. Like, hey, which one is real? Which? Or you would tell me, and I would have to choose. Anyway, so religion check. Boom. I'd like to use a hero point.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to succeed.
Yeah, obviously.
Then you don't get to use your skill.
No, I definitely got a 2. So let's go ahead and do the dubious knowledge.
Amazing. You look at the column for a bit. You're like intoxicated by it. Of course, you know of the other gods, but Odin that's your boy. You spend a long time sort of trying to draw out any clues or hints. Of course, Boric believes that he is the next Allfather, and so you have been hunting down anything that would weaken Odin and what you can do to kind of gain a leg up on him and outsmart him. You find patterns within the column that, again, point to his downfall during Ragnarok, and the legend that you've always heard, which is that Fenrir will end him during the Great Battle. And while you're looking focused on this column, you see a figure next to it's sort of depicting the Battle of Ragnarok. So the great wolf Fenrir, teeth bared, and Odin cowering in front of this great beast. And you notice a particular figure next to Fenrir, who looks quite a bit like you.
Look, this is me. This is the sign. This is the sign that I am to replace him. I will be for you. I will be the new god.
Could it be? Yes.
Who else could it be? He's crawling on all fours, just like me.
Assess how normal the dude in the picture looks. Like, could it be anyone really?
Ilva, you come over, you take a look. Truly could be anyone under the sun. Could be any random Viking ever. However, Vorik looks like a very typical Viking. He's tall, he's broad, it's, I'm sure it could be him. You don't know. But it also could just be a coinkydink.
Wait, okay.
Kind of nod to myself and just kind of pat you on the shoulder. Yes, it could be you. Yes.
I'd like to take out my knife and go, the eye though, it's missing something. And then I go and I carve out the left part of the eye on the little sigil of the person on the pillar where my scar is on my eye.
Okay.
I feel like it would be better to show respect. Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
It is my mural. Shut yours.
Crafting check for me.
A what check?
A crafting check, Vorik.
Actually, I have Deadly Simplicity. Can't I just... Oh, no, wait. Not that one. What's the cleric's thing that I get? Pause.
Okay.
I'll be right there. I thought I had that thing that said I can do any simple action without...
Increase
I will
the
succeed at
damage
any...
die size of that weapon by 1 step.
No, not that one. I was thinking... I thought I had something else that let me do that, but I could actually be wrong now, so never mind.
Could have been something that Norio had.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, maybe
it was
something
not...
with Nyleo, yeah.
Yep, it was.
Nyleo.
It was 100% Nyleo.
I'm thinking Norio. What is Norio from?
Norio was one of our horses in Hypercharge.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
All good. You take the time to really I cannot explain to you how intricate these columns are, but you are able to clink away some of the stone, and as Ilva watches you do this, she kind of looks up at the columns, and once she's satisfied that the columns will not come down upon all of you and causing a cave-in, you're like, okay, good, and you kind of busy yourself with something else as Vorik mutters to himself. absolutely fantastic shirt on Griff, by the way.
Oh, the hoodie.
The hoodie. You are Knuff.
Brett.
That looks really good.
I am gonna. Yeah, let's move on then. Can I call out into the darkness?
Sure.
Sweet.
Mother!
No, I will say, Odin, I am here! Your chosen is here to surpass you! I am coming for you! Just take off down the hallway.
Okay.
No, actually, I won't do that. I'm not gonna be that reckless. I'll at least just like sit there and shout for a minute and then kind of lean back and then look back to the rest of the party and go,
Anything else you guys would like to do?
Is there a doorway here?
Yes, there is a door at the other side of the.
On the north side.
Yes. Right.
So
Beautiful.
the one that I saw in the back.
The statue.
There, like from where I was there any significance to it? Because he went to. Orc went to.
Odin.
Say Odin's.
Yeah.
Was that in a different?
No,
pillar?
the small statue is just chilling on a sort of small table. So yeah, you can go over and inspect it if you like.
Can I go inspect that then?
Yeah.
Ani isn't looking for anything in particular, but does anything catch her eye related to anything that she knows about, the weather and nature at the moment?
You do see that on every column, a depiction of Ragnarok is present.
Okay.
And, it kind of builds upon the same things that you guys have heard many times. And it just solidifies that, like, basically what the Ent said to you, which is, this is happening, whether anyone likes it or not. The other thing you notice in the room is that along the dirt floor, you sometimes will stumble across, like, a tree root, and that the walls are, like, covered in, like, vines and such. So there does seem to be some kind of, like, plant life down here.
Ooh.
I'm assuming that all of these are just covering the normal pantheon. There aren't any of the, like, gods of the mountain or anything that I would recognize.
You go around and you look for any out of the ordinary from the pantheon, and you see no indication, which makes sense to you because of how old some of these are. You would imagine that the ways of the mountain started with your clan, or the clan that preceded your clan.
Sure.
So I was rolling occultism specifically.
Yes.
And one thing it says is ancient mysteries, obscure philosophy, creatures of occult significance, and esoteric planes. So is there anything on any of these columns that isn't familiar to me, where I'm like, that is out of place, or that is not something I'm aware of?
Yeah, you begin to kind of really inspect all of the columns. And one of the most interesting ones is the Loki one. Of course, it's a very chaotic god, full of mischievousness and lies. So his column is filled with varying legends that you have heard, but maybe like a slight twist on a couple of them. However, there's one that sticks out to you the most, which is, according to your belief and what the general beliefs of the Pantheon are right now, is that Loki has been locked away on an island for his grievous crimes. The column,
Corsica.
yeah, the
Alcatraz.
column,
Alcatraz.
on Alcatraz. He's an Azkaban.
Those are three very different experiences. I'd take Corsica.
I'd take Corsica too.
I'd take Corsica too. So you see that the depiction is that he was locked away on this island. And to your knowledge, he remains there. But that's not what this column says. The column seems to indicate that he escaped. You know that Loki is a shapeshifter, and it seems to indicate that he was able to turn into a great dragon and fly away from the island. However, again, in the column, this poses some problems, for dragons have mostly been devoid from this land, slaughtered in days of old. And it's sort of, the column sort of indicates that after Loki escapes, that dragons, this causes dragons to start to resurge once more. However, the dragons are not like the dragons of old. The dragons of old are seen to be very intelligent, while sometimes cruel. They were proud and beautiful creatures. The new dragons that Loki spawns are mad and live to ensue chaos and continue the downward spiral of Ragnarok.
And that's if he's released? If Loki is released?
According to the column, it foretells him escaping.
Okay. That's some occult shit. I love it.
Stop it. How
I will
are
point
you...
that out too.
Oh. Go ahead. Oh, you pointed out. Okay, great.
I'll point it out. I'll make sure other people notice it.
Stomach, what do you do to look at this statue a little bit further?
Are there, can I inspect it? Do I notice any languages or anything I notice that might be familiar?
You can make a... Are you looking at the actual statue itself, or are you trying to glean some information into, like, some carvings?
Both the statue and like the base of it, that like whatever the little.
All right, yeah. Give me a good old-fashioned perception check.
All right. 17.
The little table it sits on seems to be made from the same stone that the columns are made from. It's definitely the same artist. You notice again that the obsidian is carved with like a very skilled hand, and the closer you look at it, the more it's very detailed. Like his hair looks realistic, his eyes have like a life likeness to them. The armor that he's wearing looks almost as if it is carved of like leather and metal. It's quite a striking statue.
So I think to myself, this is quite a striking statue. Can I do I notice who the statue is carved? Like who is depicted? Any like
with the 17, you believe that this is let me just check one thing. You believe that this is a carving of Heimdall. Has long flowing locks. Heimdall is basically the god who is the watchman. And what really gives it away is it does have like he has like a large like horn carved into his feet. At his feet, I should say.
I was gonna say, and he's got like horn feet.
He was tortured.
Yeah,
he's got rhino.
He's got rhino feet.
Okay. Can I also make? Because I'm assuming the other. Like everyone else in the party is looking at different statues and stuff. Because York didn't take off running, right? Or
no, I'm still
chipping away at his eye on the column.
Yeah. At his eye, yes.
Yeah.
All right, I want to just kind of show this off to the rest of the party, or at least make them aware of it. If anybody else, call out to them. Hey, you guys want to see?
Something kind of striking.
Sorry, that, yeah, sorry, my Alexa went off and it kind of scared me. Nobody's supposed to be home, so. I just heard, sorry about that.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. Hey, guys, want to see this striking statue?
Do we strike the statue?
Sure.
No, it's striking in appearance, man. You touch it, I kill you.
Strange that is a statue and not a pillar like all the others.
Do we think there might be something up with, I don't know, the alignment of the pillars and the placement of the statue?
Is it a puzzle?
I don't know. Why would somebody try to hide such a striking statue behind?
It is quite striking.
Very normal staircase.
Puzzles.
It could be that this.
Can I just kind of like see if it like moves at all?
Okay, you touch it.
Yeah, I want to like kind of tilt it back and forth, side to side, to see if it like, you know, if there's any give to it.
All right.
How come you can touch the statue?
Go ahead and make me a will save, please.
Why?
Cool. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Like falling
19.
on you.
18?
19.
Okay, 19.
Don't try to sell me short.
You take 2 damage as when you touch the statue, it seems to almost like cut your hand.
Oh, I go. Oh.
Ani will immediately step forward and get some water out of a little vial and sprinkle it on her hand and stand, kind of look at the statue for a moment, and then just flick water at it and cast Read Aura.
Okay. Awesome.
It just says, after 1 minute, it's gonna take me 1 minute. I gotta actually hold on. I need more water.
For
it says, I focus on the target object, opening my mind to perceive magical auras. I don't need to touch it. I just need to be close enough to flick water on it, which is 30 feet.
Some flick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Catholic, you know. When the casting is one of the best parts is when he's just flicking the water at everybody. That's fantastic. Yeah. It got me. When the casting's complete, you know whether it's magical, and if you do, you learn the School of Magic.
Nice. So the cantrip?
Yes, it is.
Oh, all right.
After flicking this statue with water for a little bit, you do detect magic, and it is, I believe it's enchanted. Let me doubly check on that.
Does the water sizzle when it hits the statue?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say no, because I don't think water can make a will save.
I don't know. I feel like water automatically fails its will save.
Okay. I will say does water have wisdom? This is probably something Stomach and Nani are gonna argue about later.
He knows. Yeah. He's gonna give the Bruce Lee speech. He's like, "Be like water. Water is wisdom. You flow like water."
Bruce Lee was so cool.
Did
you watch Warrior? Watch Warrior. Plug for Warrior.
Plug for Warrior.
Okay, yeah. It is enchantment.
I think I remember that name right.
Can I look around the statue and see if there's any type of like riddle or fun little markings or like writing?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Make a perception check.
You got it. Got a 17. Not great.
You notice that the stand is very common looking. It doesn't seem to have any writing. You guys notice that the columns in general, they basically have very simple runes on them, if any. Basically runes that would just indicate once like what the god is, and then that's it. This does not appear to have any runes or anything on it. Really the only thing that you notice is how it's the only other thing in the room besides the columns, which kind of piques your interest. And obviously when Stomach tried to touch it, it lashed out a little bit. But you can't see
But
any.
did he succeed in moving it, or did he not succeed in moving it?
He did move it a little.
As soon as we touched it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what did you find, Britt or Stomach? What did you find?
It cut me.
Aside from that, though, was there anything underneath the
that was all
statue?
that-
That was all we got.
D was
Like,
that
that's
all
the
that we got
important
from
bit.
that. Was
That's all you got. It
Yeah,
cut you.
It died.
Yeah.
Like there's actually a laceration, or it just feels like it cut you?
He took 2 damage.
Yeah, he took
That's a good
damage.
Could have been psychic.
Too
I
emotional
mean, it could have been
damage.
psychic or something, though, you know.
Yeah, but there's like actually a physical cut in his hand, right? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. But there doesn't appear to have been anything that should be able to cut him.
Did anything happen? Was it just like all of a sudden, like I reached out to it, I was cut, or did like the statue move at all? Did it glisten? Did it sparkle?
Nothing cut him. He just got cut.
There's nothing on the there's nothing on the statue that would be able to cut him.
that we can see.
Ani is so curious. He's gonna I kind of want to touch it.
Did you not see that the...
I mean, I don't want to be cut, but I want to know how it works.
You
Touch
can't flick more water and find out?
Oh no, the water just says it's enchanted. Right? And the cat goes.
I mean, I probably could have told you that.
Well, no, it's specifically enchanted.
Hey, Ani.
No, it has magic on it, but it's specifically enchantment magic.
I just imagine Vorik literally sniffing around the pedestal.
Yeah, I just could go with that because that was kind of where I was headed with that.
He got all fours with his butt in the air, doing.
Yeah, just I'm mimicking Iggy, and I got my ass in the air, and I'm like.
Yeah.
The lights are hovering right around the statue to give you good light on everything.
Cool. We should take some photos of it. It looks really good in this lighting.
Yeah. Spread them out.
Make sure to
Spread them out.
pose.
You have them
Let's get some etchings.
at every angle.
Okay, but you said when I went around the thing, there was no writing or riddle or anything like that on the statue. It was just depicting. We noticed that's the only other thing in the room, in the statue, aside from us.
It could just be that the statue. It could just be that Heimdall is an important figure in this ruin's history.
Yeah, and they don't want people touching it.
I mean, if I was a statue, I would not want to be touched either. I'll be honest.
But Heimdall is known as the god who guards the gateway to the Rainbow Bridge.
Correct.
He's
So
one of
how
the
would
gods
one
of
call him?
protection. Yes.
Well, if he's a protection god, why did he cut him? Why am I going British again? Losing it, guys.
Protecting himself, or protecting this place from us who want to rob it.
Or
But then why not the door?
something under.
I know spells they call protection, and they got you.
I'm going to find an action to do here, so you guys can chat for a moment.
I love
And
puzzles.
by that I use I love puzzles too, and I'm gonna find something to do this. Okay, we know it's enchanted, right?
Yes.
Would detecting magic just say that it's enchanted, or would it say what type of enchantment? it
Magic
is?
would just say it's magic.
There's magic
Okay.
in the area.
Gotcha.
Detect magic is fantastic because detect magic tells you that there's magic.
Oh, well then what about identify magic?
Identify magic would be a bigger deal, yeah.
Yeah, I'll use that then. I have identify magic. I'll use.
Oh.
And is that a spell? That's a spell, right?
It's just an action I have. It's a
Well.
innate
I
skill.
see what you mean. Identify magic. Yeah, we could be looking at this. Hold on.
Yeah. You learn all the attributes of the magic, including its name for an effect, what it does, and the means of activating it for an item or location, and whether it is cursed.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Using my religion modifier.
You just do that as a check? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have it as a check for religion, occultism, nature, and arcana. I can do all four of those at any point.
Cursed or esoteric subjects usually have higher DCs or might even be impossible to identify. So I guess it's something we can always do just by the rules of Pathfinder, because Pathfinder is so explicit with things. But I imagine it's the type of thing
Probably a
that
high
often
DC.
has a really high DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Is
there's
that under your
tables for finding out the DC,
your
right?
It's under
rituals?
actions.
Under your
Under
It's
actions.
just
Okay.
straight up under my actions, yeah.
Okay, very cool.
So
Okay,
Okay, so
let's split up these skills. We have 4 skills: Arcana, Nature, Occultism, and Religion. Should we split them up?
yeah,
Uh,
religion's my
I
highest.
am exactly only good at one of those, and I am middling at that one.
What are we supposed to pick from? Sorry,
Arcana, Nature, Occultism, and Religion.
I got a +7 in occultism.
Don't you have the highest nature stat out of all of us?
My nature should be 8.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
the nature one.
Arcana and Arcana and Occultism are the 2 best ones for me in general. So I do either.
I have a +0 to everything except religion. And I have +4 to religion.
Yeah,
I have
do
+7 to religion, so I'll take that one.
Yeah, I'll do
Cool.
Arcana then.
roll it
I
up,
will
you
do-
guys.
Well, what's left? Occultism or nature? No, stop it. I'll do occultism with +0.
Just rolling on pure vibes, baby.
Yeah, man.
Oh, come on, give it to me, baby. It teetered on 1 and 19, and it landed on the 19, so I got a 26.
I also got a 26.
Let's go!
I got an 18.
Wait, on what? Occultism or Arcana? Which one did you choose?
Arcana for me.
Okay, we'll take those.
I got 17.
Okay.
Bye.
Ilva got a rock.
And Stomit, what were you
He's like
identifying?
Heimdall.
17 nature.
Nature.
Okay. Ilva, what'd you get?
I 5 for religion.
You got a rock? Okay, great.
I
I got a rock.
I mean, obviously, it has Heimdall on it. I don't know how much more I can pull from that.
Yeah, he looked at it. He's like,
It's Heimdall.
that's a stone Heimdall.
I guess in theory, some spells, like if we were looking, if this was a spell, if like there was actually just a straight up spell cast on it, then it would depend on what spell list it's on, apparently. And so we might just by skipping occultism never be able to find it out. But we're scattershotting, and it was a pretty good scattershot. So if it's Arcana or religion, we're probably good. If it's nature, we might be good.
So you guys
Unless
take
it's
some
like
time.
DC 35 or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah, fair enough.
You guys take some time to like really go over this statue. So, through your Arcana and Occultism, you guys deduce that this is a cursed statue, and that its purpose is to protect and warn inhabitants of this dungeon. This area could have been used for a hideout of some kind or a base of operations, maybe in olden times, and that if anyone took this statue or messed with it in some way, that an alarm would sound. So you guys do know that, like, basically taking it would be a poor idea. And
is it a silent alarm?
Yeah. Do we think the touch triggered the alarm?
Like the touch? Yeah.
Good question.
Or do we think he got his hand out in time?
You do not believe that the alarm has been triggered.
Great.
So this is like a warning, like hey.
Yes, like it's basically like a kind of like the wild animal law, where it's like, I'll give you one
bright
warning.
colors on a toad.
Yeah, I'll give you one warning to withdraw, and then if you had taken the statue, it would have done something else. Let me also look at what else you guys get. Learn all the attributes of the magic, including its name. So it's cursed. Or
what would it alarm to?
That's on a crit success, just so you know.
Oh.
Is all the
you
attributes.
learn you get a sense of what it does and learn the means of activating it. So you guys deduce.
Didn't we crit success though? We got like a 26.
The DC was 20.
Okay, if the DC was,
DC was 20.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
there's no way to possibly critical success though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're level 2.
You could,
and it's a curse statue, like.
Okay.
Although if you had rolled if you had rolled a nat
20.
Nat 20. Yeah.
Well, then, okay, because that would have been a nat 20.
Yeah, because Pathfinder, there's 2 ways to critical success.
Yeah, special 2 ways for sure.
You guys deduce that since it's Heimdall, that his traditional way of warning is to blow a horn. You guys have heard nothing.
Okay, so you assume that it's like a loud, like the hall's just like.
And it possibly could have collapsed.
I was the alarm.
This room could have, there could have been a couple of things that happened, but you guys decide that it is probably best not to touch it any further.
I pick it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop it! No.
I just mean I wouldn't get any of the religious info. I'd be like, I don't know who that Heimdall, right?
Yes, Heimdall. Yes.
I like having a character whose voice is so different from mine, so that I can safely be out of character.
Mhm, yeah.
That's nice. Well, let's move. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
let's move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going.
Cool. We
Right.
walk through the door.
Yeah, you guys
Dodge,
roll up to the
crossbow
door.
bolt there, huh?
Vorik first.
I kick that shit in, dude. I fucking just read back. I hit him with the Jinxie special, just a straight up kick right into the thing.
Kicks, walks inside, and then goes knock knock.
I definitely picture a Guy Ritchie freeze frame of the other three going.
100%.
Yeah, the door is old and like rotting, and it really does not take that much force to
You
bust,
kick it too hard and
yeah,
stomp forward,
to bust this open.
Don't hyperextend yourself. Like you hyperextend your leg.
He's grabbing his hamstring. He's like, oh,
Oh my god.
my hammy.
You guys enter a smallish corridor.
Yeah.
How do you guys enter?
Should we have tokens, or don't worry about it?
Tokens for what?
On the map.
Oh, yeah, like our character.
That's a good idea.
Doesn't matter at all. Brah.
That's such a good idea.
Take. I guess I will get the.
I think we settled on the hat for you, right?
I don't remember.
I think we did, but I'm also confusing you and Han. So.
Yeah, I could also be the wind.
Hmm.
The winter wind. I'll be the winter wind. That sounds nice.
Vorik is the blood hunter, or is Ilva the blood hunter?
That's Ila.
That's cool.
Although Vorik can be a. Doesn't really matter.
I feel like Vorik, the cleric one, makes sense. What are you looking at? Are you looking at this, Vorik?
I am. Sorry, I'm also reading something else. What? Say it again.
On the bottom,
the
We're
map.
just putting, yeah.
You can put
Okay.
characters to pick your little icon.
Yeah. So this is the cleric, the one I just put on
Okay.
there. And then we have the druid, which is in here somewhere.
It's
Which is the
all way
leaf,
at the
which
end.
is, you know.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Too bad it can't be like grass.
Yeah, we need a little bit more
you know.
leaves on that.
It's a little on the nose for stopping.
Yeah.
All right,
You could also do the ranger one.
go
if you
ahead
wanted
and
to.
make another perception,
Wanna do that
and
one.
please place yourself in your marching order as well.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Before.
I can be first, but I'm assuming that Vorik would want to be first.
Yeah, I'm pushing him through for sure. Okay, so I will move myself right to the here. So march order, boom, boom.
I mean, I guess I'll just be like right behind you guys. We're all just huddled in the back, letting him just walk through everything.
Yeah, basically. I'm gonna use this one for the boy,
Ilva,
good boy. Yeah.
or not Ilva, Iggy.
Iggy.
He's so cute.
Can I tie them together? Is that possible?
I
Put a
don't.
link on it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
That's
you
right
can.
there. Yeah.
That's cool.
Love that.
How does it work?
All right, Perceptify from you guys.
Oh, great.
Oh, 25 from me.
22.
11.
Okay.
Was it perception? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Well,
Oh, 10. 10 actually.
Ooh. Kill him.
Oh, in that case.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Yeah. Vorik, lucky for you guys, is first. And immediately is like, oh, the oldest trick in the book. And like holds out his hand to stop you guys from walking forward. And is like, a pit trap for us.
Oh, okay.
I've stepped on a bed of nails before. I do not wish to do again.
So he sees it in time.
What else is across then?
So you guys see a door on the other side. You see that it's like a fairly large pit trap.
This sounds like a job for improvised tool.
I have something for this as well.
It sounds like the job for a lawn stick.
Yeah, lawn stick.
Just poke it.
Actually, 10-foot pole's just on the list.
Yeah.
You do
And the ladder.
know that this is a simple enough trap that you could disarm it, and spend some time doing that, or with a little bit of athletics and luck, you could jump over it, but it's slightly riskier than disarming
I have a
it.
0 in athletics. Let's not do that.
Can I improvise a...
Sure.
Because I can't disarm stuff, but I can do my version of disarm stuff, which is
Whack it with the 10.
improvise
Still
like
over
a...
it.
Yeah, improvise like a little like a little ladder for us. You know, like a lay it across ladder and climb across the spokes, so it's a little bit easier.
Sure.
Well,
Absolutely.
wait, is disarm trap not just a given for anybody? Hello? Am I not being heard?
If it's under actions, then yeah.
Yeah, because I have disarm trap. I can definitely do that.
Oh,
What is it based
I don't
on?
know if everyone has it.
Disable
under
a
disarm,
trap,
I just have
thievery.
disable a device.
Oh, that's and
some
disarm.
devices. Some
Sorry.
devices require you to use thieves' tools. I don't know if this one would.
it's just a pit, right? Is what you said.
It's kind of just a pit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing to disarm here.
Well, this
My-
action
my
allows you to
thievery is
disarm a
terrible.
trap. So yeah, this disable a device is thievery.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
So
Gosh, I don't think are really great at those. Let's just let Ani build something
yeah,
over.
can I try to make the
That's
crafting check?
Yeah.
Nyleo could have done
can
it
I-
for sure.
Can I guide myself before making this crafting check?
Sure.
Yeah, I
You
got
wanna-
+1.
You want
And
to
then I'm
pray
gonna
to
use
high
it for an
roll?
hour. Once you guidance yourself, you can't guidance yourself for the rest of the hour.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
How long can you use it for? Is it your next one within a minute or something?
It's like next turn. It's until the
next
start of
turn.
your next turn.
Okay, so like right then.
Yes, it's just like you got to use it and do it, whatever
Got
it
it.
is.
Got it.
So I'm doing something. So
Is there anything on the roof hanging?
hero point.
Like a vine or something.
Nope,
Not
just
really.
even a
Are
hook.
there
'cause
monkey
I can-
ball cars?
Monkey bars. Even a hook or like a freaking like something jagged I could potentially throw a rope to.
I rolled a 19.
19's not gonna do it.
Damn.
All right.
To answer Vorik's question, you, much like the other room, plants and vines and roots seem to have like really encompassed basically all of the walls. You can barely see any stone through. So, it's possible that you could tie a rope up and sort of manipulate a swing across Tarzan style.
I'm so excited to finally use this. Sorry, I'll go finish first.
Okay. Ani, with a 19, you sort of like spend some time crafting the thing and you're like, okay. And then like you pop it on and you're sort of like, all right, I'm gonna test it out. And then Yggdrasil is like, "Meow."
It's just not long enough for the chasm.
It's just yeah. It's not gonna hold your weight. It's not long enough. Yggdrasil it refuses to get on it, and it's just like.
Yeah, I'm just tossing you across.
If it would help, I could just jump across with the other end of a rope or something. Try to tie it off on the other side.
All right, Vorik's got
can
something
get
he
there.
wants to do. Yeah.
So I have had this one cantrip that I took because I just thought, why not just be the weirdest fucking guy? I have this thing called inside ropes that I'm really excited to use.
I wanted to take that. I wanted to take that.
Okay.
It's such a fun one.
I like how
So
it's
with-
specifically inside ropes.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
your gut.
there's
It's
a
ropes
reason.
It's
in
my
your gut.
guts. I literally use my knife for I cut myself open, but it doesn't hurt me, and I grab ropes of my intestines and I throw it to try to latch onto some vines,
That is
and I can swing
so
using my intestines.
unhinged.
Dude,
in the background,
Boric.
Wait, so if you wait, so what are you gonna tie your guts to?
Well, there's ropes and vines, right?
Yeah.
I like the
Wait,
idea of Ilva jumping across.
I can also
man.
I can also turn into some kind of small bird or something, small animal maybe. Can I turn into a small monkey? Does that count as a pest? A small pest?
No, man.
Monkeys are pretty annoying.
Like a real small monkey. Yeah, I'm just like
Is this under
they
feet?
throw poop.
Like a lemur.
Vorik?
This is
I
under
know.
this is under focus spells, wild shape.
I think it was a skill feat for inside ropes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I'm
Right.
saying I can also take your guts and take them up there, and
Carry him across.
Okay.
and then just
Let Vorik
Wait,
do his
maybe.
cool thing, and then we'll follow
Cool.
up with how you guys get through. Okay.
I want
Oh
touch sound
my
effects.
god! I cannot believe this feat. Wow, Vorik. I honestly, this fits your character really well. So I
Thanks,
applaud
Noah.
you for this. But this is
Thank you.
insanity. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So. Let me just describe this scene to you guys real quick. After Ani tries a very tepid, let me craft a ladder, and it doesn't work, and Yggdrasil's like, wow. Vorik literally just slashes open his own stomach and starts taking out his intestines, seemingly to absolutely no effect on him. He seems completely fine with
Unfazed.
doing this. Unfazed. Doesn't care. And he is able to climb across the fucking pit. You do have to make a DC 5 check, just a flat check, just to make sure you don't critically fail.
And fall to my death.
Yeah.
So, how do I do a DC 5 flat check?
You just roll
Roll
D20.
D20.
Yeah.
Just roll
Other
a D20.
creatures can
and see
use
if
your
it goes
guts to
somewhere.
climb across. What the fuck
I'm not
is
doing
Damn
that.
this?
right.
I'm telling you right now,
It's
I'm
such
not
a good
doing
one.
that.
I turn into a rat and I'm like across large intestine.
Oh my god, I wish I was
No.
screaming.
Let's
I got
not
it, no.
help anyone but you.
No, I got a 20. I got a 20. I got a
Okay.
nat 20.
Okay,
I got
amazing.
a perfect critical success, but I mean, it was neck and neck. It was the 2 and then the 20, and it was just sitting there, and I'm like, no, and then it seated on 20. I'm like, all right,
All
cool.
right,
We're good.
narrate your perfect execution of lassoing your guts up to the wall and you swinging across.
Okay, who's first?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! D&D or Pathfinder, everyone. Fuck.
Doing shit.
How
There
far
I am.
across is
Ah.
the gap?
This whole time it's 2 feet. We could have all just stepped.
It's enough that you have to make an athletics check to jump across. 50 feet of rope. It says minimum 5 feet to while climbing with your guts. Minimum 5 feet. Yeah. So it's like a. I think it's like a. You guys can. Let me just double check that athletics. I was looking at that earlier. On how much you guys can jump.
Let's look at our actions.
Oh, so a long jump is 20 feet. So I guess 10 feet. Enough where you have to, like, figure out a way to get across. Alright, so Vorik, you get to the other side, and you, like, wait for everyone else to, like, take your guts and swing across, and everyone seems not as eager, and you just hear Yggdrasil go,
It didn't come through, but I
we
can
heard silent. But
I can imagine what comes through.
oh yeah,
maybe the silence was it. Yggdrasil just went.
Yggdrasil looks at you with his bright yellow-green eyes, like, the fuck? So
it is a 20-foot. You said it was a 20-foot jump.
So a long jump is 20 foot. Yeah.
It's 10 feet.
10-foot jump.
Oh, okay. Then I'm just gonna grab Iggy and just jump it. Just ignore the.
Just do it.
Guts. Yeah.
Okay, make an athletics check for me. Vorik, you are used to patching yourself up, so go ahead and take your 10 minutes to sew up your stomach. You know, you're not actually doing it because it doesn't hurt you is the wording of the feat, but like you are sewing.
I thought it was
yourself.
magic. Like I just pull it out, like it was
so.
reaching in and doing this, and then pulling it back in.
I made I made it a little bit more realistic for you. It doesn't hurt you or anything like that, but you will have to actually sew yourself back up. You are the blood cleric, so I mean this makes perfect sense. But oh damn, iconic. Okay.
I just want to do like a cool little hand sigil. I just be like, and it just goes like, what? And I'll just like sucks up like a measuring tape back into my stomach. It's like winding back like a yo-yo.
Hey, you press a button and it like the measuring tape.
It just goes in. Yeah, but then cool, we'll grab that, and then I look at Ilva in disgust, and I go, I don't have a name for you, but the cat might have one.
Does it ever snag anything on the way back in?
I don't know. I've never checked.
Like Scorpion,
He opens back up. There's a fork in there. There's a bowl. There's a dead tree branch.
I like cough up one of the vines that we just pulled off.
Yeah, you use it once and it comes back with just covered in dirt and stuff, and as soon as it goes back inside you just like die because you just have all these twigs.
That's just.
This is one of those good old-fashioned "it's magic."
It's magic moment.
All right, Ilva, go ahead and make me that athletics check. Holy fuck!
26. I'm fine.
You easily jump over with Iggy, who is like,
just kind of land and then just kind of hold her out and be like, you didn't want to use the guts, did you? Okay. Just set her down.
So since Wild Shape is a focus spell, I just use focus points for it and stuff.
Okay, let me look up Wild Shape Pathfinder.
Sure. That sounds pretty cool.
Because it's under focus spells, and then Pest Form is under relevant spells, but I'm assuming that's just giving me the info for Wild Shape. Because I can't turn into anything other than a tiny animal.
Got it.
Cat, insect, lizard, or rat.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't believe you get us flying speed until later.
Yeah.
No,
probably.
height and 4 you can turn into a flying creature such as a bird, which grants you fly speed at 20,
so you can rat it for sure.
Yeah, and just like use them guts.
Well, yeah, you can crawl across the wall as well. I
wanted to use the guts.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Can we just all in our minds for 1 minute imagine a rat swinging across a pit on literal intestines Fantastic. Noelle's gonna have an absolute heart attack when I'm like, so here is the scene that I want to puppify.
One of the people doesn't even look like their own character. The main character of the scene doesn't even look like their own character. You just finished the 4 puppets, and she just goes, "I'm sorry, what?"
Can we just name this episode like Guts, and then just have
gut rope?
No guts, no glory.
Having the I like that.
I like that.
I love that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hero point for Noah.
Well, that's good. I might need it to get across this fucking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You say Ani to herself says, "No guts, no glory."
I'm not jumping across.
You gotta figure out how to get across.
I mean, I had one skill that can do it. I need help.
I mean, I can leave a rope behind, and then as you start to jump, I'll just heave, so you get extra.
So you get a +2 circumstance bonus. Yeah.
Sure.
You literally just throw her while she's holding onto a rope.
Is there anything we can hook the rope over from up above?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
So I can swing across?
Like the vines, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's like I have like a really specific image in my mind, but it's like, you guys know when like vines and like roots get like really crazy and they're just all like interwebbed and stuff.
Yeah, it's like literally a wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can I'm a rat. I can climb up the wall up the sides to the top
And like put the rope through. Yeah, I mean that's
and kind
true.
of like tie him up.
There we go.
Do that.
Yggdrasil is very interested in you as a rat.
So
and then,
none of the actions that say acrobatics on them seem to really apply to the situation, but I'm trying to figure out if there's any way I can make it so that I get acrobatics.
I mean, if you want to create like a tightrope with the rope and just have it real tight on both sides, that would be acrobatics.
Yeah, you can do that.
Sounds good.
I'm still here. I have to be up pretty late tonight, so I'm getting some more coffee. But I'm still here.
More Kovefi.
Yeah, that's am I getting a +2 circumstance bonus?
Yes, because Ilva's held it.
Okay.
Ilva's basically like tied the rope really tight for you.
Yeah.
So I got 16 total.
I will also like be at the very edge, kind of holding my hand out, waiting for her to get close enough, and then kind of pull her in.
As you walk, cautiously across, your footing slips a little. Ilva, go ahead and make me a reflex save to try and catch Ani.
Reflex save.
I knew that was going to happen.
Resist puffs.
Tell me that's exactly what went on in my head.
This is 17.
You're not able to reach out far enough. Ani, you are gonna fall a little.
Sounds good.
Sounds bad.
You fall a little, and you are gonna take 7 damage, and you are 20 feet into this pit.
I guess I just never quite figured out how to make a ladder. Let's see. Well,
I mean, technically, I guess the ladder still exists, right? Like,
The ladder's still there. It's just not long enough, right? I mean, is she also? Are you okay?
not really.
I tried to pull the too short ladder and then just kind of adjust it and like put it down to her and like lean it up against this side. Now that she's down in the pit.
I'll allow. Yeah, I'll allow that you jump back over. You get the ladder, and like kind of you basically have to help her up out of the pit. And you get Ani out after some struggle bussing. So Ani, you're mildly hurt. Your ego's a little bruised as well. But as you get back up to the pit, Yggdrasil immediately jumps on your shoulder and nuzzles you a little.
I set him back down.
All right.
Oh, your head is hurt. Would you like to hold some insights?
No, I think the point was they did not want to use your insights. Also, how do you do that?
Everybody's so picky.
Let's continue.
Yes, let's.
I just ignore his question. I just walk out.
All right.
On we go.
You guys, you guys try the door. Tis locked.
Is it similarly rotting as the last door?
It's not quite like the other door was like barely hanging on for dear life. This door seems like you could kick it down, or destroy it. You think it would be possible, but it wouldn't go as quickly as the other one.
Right, is there supposed to be a little bit of lifting of the fog here on the map?
We're still in that one area. So
it just doesn't show
Oh, the
the
pulse
trap.
trap wasn't here. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I thought it was down the next hallway.
Yeah, same. That's fine. Is anyone here good at picking locks?
No, I am an honorable man. I only grave rob.
Right. I
course.
suppose I could try to kick it in. Do we want to check if there is something magical on it?
No.
Room.
That's it. No.
Okay.
I look. Wait, hold on. I look at the cut of my hand. I look at the door and I say, I would like to check it. Please.
Go for it.
So what do I have to roll? Is it just?
Just detect magic.
Yeah. Do you have detect? Someone has. Does
I have
Ani
it.
have detect magic?
Yeah, someone
you
has
have
to do it. I don't.
Okay.
Oh, detect magic.
Oh, I guess I do have detect magic.
I think everyone has detect magic.
Yeah.
I would think so.
No. No, it's a cantrip.
Oh, sorry. Ilva doesn't have.
It's
detect
under
magic.
action. Is it under? Does it have to be a cantrip? Okay, so the stuff under actions. It's just stuff you can do.
How much time does it take? 10 minutes, or is it just like?
For detect magic? I think it's instant, isn't it?
It would say on the spell.
Yeah,
you
under
have no chance
actions,
of us
let me
winning.
look at what you're seeing under actions really quick.
Well, under actions it says
It
it's an
says-
exploration thing. It says you can cast detect magic while traveling. At
Yeah, regular
constant
intervals.
intervals. But that assumes you have
it's
the
just letting
ability to
you
cast.
know.
it.
Yeah, no, it would have to be under spells to.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
somebody else has to do it.
I don't have it.
Okay.
Oh, I
Well-
didn't take it because of that exact reason. No, I thought it was
Oh,
just.
I think Alaric had it. That's why.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have
Rated.
read aura.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Well,
Well.
I guess
can
I'll,
read a
I'll,
particular
I guess I'll
object,
kick it in
like,
then.
And we can
Yep.
only change cantrips during long rests, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Because you have to prepare
Yeah, right. 'cause
yourselves
you can
for
change
the
characters.
day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Athletics.
1 second.
Doing pretty good. That's 23.
Do you use your sword or do you use your
I mean, whatever would be best here. I guess if Ani wants to fashion me a crowbar, is that one of the things you can create?
Okay, so it is absolutely on the list, but according to this,
Okay.
the craft action takes 4 days, no matter
Oh,
what.
Jesus.
Oh,
Okay,
geez,
sounds good.
okay.
So I'm
well,
gonna switch out the tool. I'm gonna take something else.
Okay.
only takes 4 days to make you a crowbar, so you guys can get to the next part.
Then yeah,
I have time off. I'm not gonna be making crowbars. I'm gonna be fucking getting potions ready.
If I see where I think the lock would be, then I'll just take out like my hand axe and use that athletics to just try and chop away at where the lock would be, so it just kind of pulls out. If that makes sense.
You
I have
strike
an
it.
extra. If yours starts to take damage, I have an extra.
You strike at it 3 times, and the lock is old enough that after the 3rd hit, it crumbles off, and you're able to enter into the next area, guys. Let me remove the fog. This next area. Ooh,
Lift that motherfucking
you
fog.
see a long dark corridor. With 3 doors inside. Please enter within your marching order.
Sorry, I have to figure out what I want to use real quick. I had a second option, but now I'm not sure.
Oh, and then I should ask before we go ahead. Do we want a 5-minute break, boys?
Doesn't matter the other way.
Sure.
Yeah, I could
I will.
go to the restroom real quick.
All right, let's take our 5 right now.
I'll say right before we take our 5.
Yes,
The other thing on my list of something to take was catfall,
which is funny.
which
That's
is that I would treat falls as if they were 10 feet shorter. Would that change anything about the damage I took?
You can take off a hit point of 6, so you can take 6 damage instead of 7.
Worth it.
Okay.
You're like, worth it.
Worth
So worth it.
That is the one I'm switched it to, though.
Cool. Alright, well,
Okay.
I'm gonna go find something sweet.
Everyone
in the
can
kitchen.
take our 5. I'll be right back.
Taking a 5-minute break here, chat. We'll be right back.
it got really cold all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 days, dude, to craft something. It's just like it's called improvised crafting.
Yeah, right. That is kind of crazy. How much work does it take to make a lawn stick?
Yeah, right. I think repair. Like when you put the word improvised on there, right? It's kind of the implication is that it may be a one-use only thing,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And I guess maybe there's a different feat for that. Maybe that's just a whole nother feat.
I guess it could be. Yeah.
It's funny because simultaneously in Pathfinder, you feel like compared to D&D in some ways, you feel like when you're level 1 in D&D, you are but a child, and and it's silly. And in Pathfinder, in some ways, you're like, oh yeah, I'm an adventurer right now. But in other ways, you're just kind of like, man, I'm bad at stuff.
Yeah.
I am very bad at stuff.
I mean,
what ended up bringing me to it takes 4 days was I was trying to figure out, like, in theory, what's gonna be my DC for these things. So I was like looking through trying to figure out what my theoretical DC would be for like these abilities. And in looking for that, I was like, okay, what's a common item? It's got a gold value of this. Like, how much does that matter? And I was like trying to look it up. And while looking it up, I sat on the remote when I came in, didn't even realize it turned the TV on. I was looking that up, and all I could find was this thing that was just like crafting takes 4 days. I'm like, well, yeah, but what's the DC? And it was like your GM selects the DC via rarity and something, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't have to worry about that. But I was like, wait a second, 4 days. Looked at the other thing, and I'm like, wait, does this change the timing? I looked on Reddit, and people are like, it doesn't say it changes timing. It doesn't change the timing. I'm like,
fair enough, I guess. Yeah.
But 4 days is wild. So I switched out for Catfall. That makes sense anyway. I was looking at both of those, and I was like, kind of the MacGyver thing is kind of neat. I think the main value of it is you can repair without a repair kit.
Yeah. So if you like trapped in the wilderness or something and don't have access, or trapped in the desert or on an island or something, or in prison, I suppose. Be cool.
I'll just get mending.
Yeah, right.
Mending is not a cantrip in
good to know.
In Pathfinder. Priorities,
Do any of you have message as a cantrip?
I do not. I might actually. Hold on, let me check. I might not.
Like currently, or just in general? Like, can we take it?
I guess both. What spell lists do you pull from?
I get primal.
I think
primal.
I think Sam also gets primal.
Does he? Oh, okay. Then
Vorik gets
Divine.
Vorik gets the divine.
Vorik gets divine, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
So Vorik could have it, I guess. Funnily enough, as a barbarian, I do get 2 cantrips. I was looking at message, I wasn't sure.
That'd be funny just for your character, Elba.
I was looking at that for lore reasons, and whose voice they hear delivering the message. But we won't.
That'd be interesting.
There's also a cantrip, Rousing Splash, where I literally magically splash cold water in your face and you get temporary hit points.
Speaking of Princess Bride.
Okay. Yep.
In Princess Bride, do you remember when they're when Fezzik's trying to sober up Inigo? That's how I sober up. If I need to sober up, that's exactly how I sober up. Yeah. I mean, I don't have the gigantic barrels like that. I put hot water in the tub and cold water in the sink, and I alternate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
It's great. It does a good job. It's something you don't want to do when you start to get older. bad for you when you start to get older. But
Yeah.
when you're young, it's great. You're like if you're like past 50 or 60, don't do hot water, cold water, hot water, cold. That's bad. That's bad for your
Like-
heart.
Oh, bad for your heart. Okay.
Nick's like, what's
Fair
that like, being old?
I'm not that much younger. Come on.
Yeah, you probably got a bad joint somewhere.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, my knees crack every time I crouch down.
now. Nick's prefrontal lobe hasn't fully developed yet. Let's give him some grace.
Okay. All right.
That doesn't
I
happen
also
until you're
don't know
25.
Sasha Grey is, or whatever her name was.
You can still hear mosquito ringtones. That's all. That
Sasha
matters.
Grey. Riley Reed, yeah.
Riley Reed. Whichever one.
One of the two.
One of the two. Yep. Those are-
There's guaranteed to be a Sasha Grey. Guaranteed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there is.
There is.
That is factual.
that is factual.
There should be a word. There's probably a German word. I probably a German word for when the way somebody is saying something is intended to be hyperbole, but it's not hyperbole.
Mm.
You know, when somebody says like, they spend like literally billions of dollars on it, and you're like, no, they do spend literally
Yeah.
billions of dollars on it.
It's probably different if, like, the person speaking means it to be hyperbole, or knows that it's not actually hyperbole, or like doesn't know. You know.
Yeah.
I'm back enough. We can start going.
Okay.
If we're all back from our break. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just I'm in the kitchen. I'm just looking for a snack. I gotta talk to Autumn for a minute.
You're good.
I was just eating some rice.
I'm
I'm
still
staring
gonna use
at some right now.
crafting because of potions and all, but
You're just not gonna make any crowbars anytime soon.
yeah, that's
4 days.
Mm.
that
I
part
mean,
of
I
my
guess
life
that makes
is already
sense.
into potion making. Yeah, if I'm
It
making
makes
potion
sense.
making already.
That'll be your midlife crisis. That's fine. I'm spending all
Ani's
my
like-
time just making
Ani's
ladders.
like 18, 19. Like, Ani's like even younger than Ilva.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, you want to make a rope ladder?
Yeah.
It'll
True.
take you like fucking 8 hours tops. If you don't know what you're doing, it'll take you 8 hours. If you do know what you're doing, like, come on,
Yeah.
crafting feat, like special feat you have to take.
It is kind of weird that there's like one set set
Yeah,
like
once at time.
for anything
That's
that's
kinda wild.
as
Yeah.
intricate as
Literally,
a stick.
I mean, there's a time for repair too.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
Repair, that makes sense.
that kind of makes sense. But
It's
like,
separate. It's
you know,
separate
there
time.
And
should be, depending on like the simplicity or
Hmm.
complexity of the item, it should be like takes you blah blah time. Like, I kind of assumed Pathfinder would have that thing.
When I
it's-
read it. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say when I read it, I was just like, this feels like something somebody typed up on day one of the project, put it in a Google Drive, and then,
And
just
then never
nobody
came back
edited
to
it.
Yeah. Like 4 sounds good. Well, that's just a placeholder
Yeah,
number.
for-
We'll come back for that. Yeah.
4 hours, 4 days.
4
4
Just put
days,
days
for
for-
craft.
Yeah.
4 hours for repair. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Put it in the finished file.
There is a feat for quick repair, but I didn't see one for quick crafting.
Yeah, there's a quick repair speeds up your repair.
Yeah.
But you still need a repair kit. The one I took would give
Oh.
you that you don't need a repair kit anymore.
Okay. So you need both to repair something quickly and without a repair kit. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's hard work being MacGyver.
Which, in fair, you get a lot of skill feat stuff.
Yeah.
You just gotta bring at least one.
True. Like every other level, right?
You just have to bring at least one item, and it'll repair to every mission.
Yeah.
Which is like, why would you even do that? Okay, so Go ahead and put yourselves on the map in your marching order, and within the long hallway, and do the dancing lights follow you?
Yeah, as I'm sustaining the spell, which I'm doing because I don't have anything else to do, while just walking around, I'm able to sustain the spell mechanically. Okay. Anytime I do that, I can move it 60. It's like 60 feet or something like that. So it moves. They move. I can move them faster than we can move.
Cool.
Okay.
I guess in theory, if we were using every action we had to move, then I wouldn't be able to make them keep up with us.
Okay.
Wild.
So you see that the hallway is much longer and narrower than the previous hallway. Everyone make me a perception check. You guys love these perception checks.
I got a nat 20.
I'm okay with
Heyo.
it. Jesus.
I
see everything!
I got a nat 1 for a 7. So, covering all bases.
1 for me.
And a 1 for Ani?
Ilva.
21.
Oh, 21. Ani and Stamets are now on high alert for any traps that they might come across. And you guys notice that pretty much like right when you come in, that you see little holes in the wall. And before you get too far in, you sort of stop and warn everyone that a trap is ahead. Looks like some sort of dart situation.
Stop! Please.
Yes, what do you see?
See the little cylindrical holes in the wall?
Yeah, man, I've seen those. I think I've seen those before.
No.
Just, no. Yeah, why don't you stick your head out a little farther?
No.
Just kidding.
I'm just going to stand here until you. I believe.
Okay. I turn back to Stomit and I just go, do you have anything for this? I look back. I look down at Iggy. What about you, Iggy? No. Okay.
You see that Iggy can just like fully walk forward, completely under the dart trap.
Oh, exactly. Iggy, you go forward. So Iggy has low light vision and scent. That doesn't really matter. Has manual dexterity and independent. So, yeah, that's, I guess, both manual dexterity and independent is what Iggy's showing right now. Iggy's gonna roll in and is gonna. I guess I should look. Stop it. Do you see a way to disarm the trap?
With the nat 20, you do indeed.
Okay. I told you I see everything, man.
Okay, well, let me know and I'll tell Iggy.
So what do I see? How do I disarm this trap?
You see on the other end of the wall, seems to be some sort of like small mechanism that essentially indicates like that someone could come out, like release the mechanism, and then no darts would come out for you guys.
Okay, like unspring loads it.
Yeah.
Is it just like a switch or something, or like a?
It's simple enough that Iggy could definitely do it.
Okay. I get down on all fours, so I'm almost like face level with Ig.
I get excited.
It's catching on. It's catching on for it.
Yeah, I'm giddy.
Borg was in the back, just kind of like slumped down, looking at like his hands, and he's like, "What?" And then I talked to the cat. Haley, my feline pal. I point to the little thing on the wall, and I'm like, "Hey,
Squeak, squeak
can
'em.
you go hit that? Can you go tap that so we can walk on by, please, Mr. Cat?"
Just immediately turns around, full cat butt in your face, and then fluffy tail brushes you as Iggy walks sassily down the hallway. It's very funny because obviously like the darts would get you guys basically like full in the face and chest, but Yggdrasil is plenty small enough to like slink down the hall. And when he gets near the door, he sort of jumps on like a nearby root and just like with the tail flick, and you guys hear clink 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 in the walls.
Noise.
Oh,
Was that the good noise, or?
After I hear that, I throw my fist in the air and let out a loud meow. As in, like, show my appreciation.
Isn't it a weird group?
I have lived alone in the woods for quite a while.
I have lived alone.
Yes, I
mean, to be fair, I feel like most of my friends have just been like the wildlife, chipmunks and deer, and not the big bad wolf.
Tom, I've been meaning to ask, are you under the stars kind of guy, or a thatch roof, tent?
Are you asking if I'm homeless?
No, like what? How do you like to live in the woods? Because I did a thatch roof thing. You saw.
No, see, man, I like giving back to the community. I own and operate and live in a little library type, or a historical center.
Out in the woods.
Pass down the. Yeah, that's what I do. I own like a little like a visitor center.
You got gravity. You're gravity ball. Your Uncle Stan.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's not. I'm not selling oddities and stuff. Even though, okay, so technically, good. Actually, I feel like that's a good. What I'm not trying to like.
You're not.
I'm not trying to make a buck. Yeah, I'm not trying to make a buck. I do have like actual weird stuff there, but it's mainly like, I'm just there to pass down the information to like, the next generations and stuff like that. But yeah,
that's cool.
It's like a really good date night activity.
Yeah. It's like what are those small little like local museums or visitor centers?
Love those
that
things.
Like taxidermy animals of like in there and stuff. Except I don't have those, or if I do, they die to natural cause because it's against my religion.
Noah in real life would visit Stoppit's like library and museum.
Yeah.
Why don't you say if we ever make it back here, I'll give you one ticket. Free for one visit.
Sure. Yes, that sounds
one free
great.
entry.
I don't really know how far it is from where I'm from, but I'm sure I can make the trip.
No expiration. Whenever it's convenient to you.
And then I will walk right on over to Ilva and put my arm on her and be like, "We're in a dungeon. Weird group."
My thoughts exactly. Strangely enough.
And then I hit the Gojo spin and I turn around and then we just start walking.
That was good.
So
Three
Vorik
doors.
is not immediately filled with darts upon entering further down the hall. So
upon seeing that, Eva would then follow.
Yeah, it was like, I'll just let you die. It's fine. So yeah, there's 3 doors. Just just by the two other doors that you guys have come across. One door looks like kind of splintered and like very easily breakable, while one looks pretty intact and the other one seems to have some sort of like lock on it. So the one at the I'll use my pointer. This guy has the lock on it. This is splintered, and then this is fine.
The Monty's Valhalla paradox.
Is the fine one locked as well?
We don't know yet.
You don't see a lock on it like the other one has. You don't see a lock on it.
Any preferences?
I've heard this story from a faraway land. There is a little brown wolf, and he travels with 5 companions, and they're called Ooby Scooby Doo.
I have not heard this tale.
They like to search things in groups. I think we should do the same.
Also not split up. I am with this strategy as well.
They like to search things in groups.
Me
Also-
and Iggy will be own group.
Let's all.
Oh, so you do want to split up?
Maybe we should. You're right.
He just
That
wants to
was-
steal your cat.
I just want to play with Iggy.
Everyone's
him in the next room.
I want a familiar.
Catch him in the next room running on all fours, just meowing. They're all
You know how horrifying my character would be in a dungeon doing that shit, like in the darkness. I just come crawling out like. What do you guys think?
It is all one room here. I mean, if we do split up, and I'm not saying we should, we might as well open the doors and see what we see first.
Yeah, my 2 cents. Whatever that means.
My two
Or two
coppers.
copper.
Say we-
Yeah, you're 2 copper
we-
penny.
Yeah,
You're 2
my,
copper.
my 2 copper. I say. What you were saying. Let's check the doors as a group. Inspect them,
Oh,
and then think about entering.
I mean, that one there seems the easiest to enter if we're just going down the line.
Okay,
Yes, but
cool.
the easiest is always the bad way. We should look for the hardest way.
Looks like it has a lock on it. I don't know if I can chop it off as easily.
Okay, easy way it is.
I wasn't trying. Okay. Any other ideas?
I love Vorik.
Kick it in.
Like so. Jinxie kick into the splinter door.
Alright,
All right.
making that like
With not wait. Before. I would like this to be known that this is going to be a futilely strong kick. It's splintered. I'm not putting much force into it, so I'm not running up and kicking the damn thing. I am literally on one foot like this, and I just go, gah.
Okay.
I crack it.
Athletics check, yeah.
Okay. I still will do that.
This
athletics
was
check.
the second door, right?
Yes.
The splintered one, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, Bubby. I'm getting a splinter. All right. Go to 6.
You attempt to kick it in using very little force, and all you end up doing is putting your foot through the door, and you take. Wow, that was insanely bad. You take 2 damage from the wood, cutting open your leg a little bit.
I got a splinter.
A large piece of wood is now embedded in your.
I am bleeding.
You're fine. Don't worry.
I yell towards Boric. Boric.
Yes.
I hold up my hand with like a little smirk and I point to my little cut. And then I point to his cut and I go.
Meanwhile, Ani.
Twinsies.
Giant gash in her side.
Yeah.
We both look at her.
I definitely like. So obviously, like, I'm not bleeding out because Pathfinder and D&D in most games, like, you don't just like, okay, now you're bleeding.
Right.
So I imagine that Ani, like, definitely is pulling. At the moment she got out, she pulled stuff out of her pack and like held it on her leg, and you just see her go.
You put a weird flask of something on it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
real quick.
After I look at Boric, I notice Ani doing this. I look at Ani and go, Ani! I point, and I go, can I use... Can it... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't know how you make those berries, but if you have one. I lost the accent for a little bit, but that's fine.
Dude, it comes and
I
goes.
just have to have them, but I carry berries with me.
Because
I also have-
ones.
Yeah, the good berries.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want a berry? I'll give you a berry.
I'd love a berry.
Berries and for all.
Berries are good. You
Yeah.
take 10 minutes to
I
make a
pull
berry.
out a pull out a
What's
berry.
it-
Look at
What's
it
the
in my
height
hand.
you get from it?
It is a 1d6 plus 4.
Oh, great. That's gonna do it for me.
Awesome.
Yep, barely, but still.
Okay.
Thank you.
Namaste.
I
don't
guess
have a spell, so.
I'll
Yes,
just
Silva.
take my sword and just kind of smash through it with more force than is required.
The door
Open it up.
it crumbles beneath the sword, and you guys
Blast this
see. Doodle-doo.
Another pitfall trap. Inside ropes.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Other door.
You guys see a room that
Both doors lead to the same room. Oh no, they don't.
No.
no,
this is
yeah, they
different.
don't. Sorry, I'm trying to make this different,
Thank
but
you. No, you're good. You're good.
That's fine, whatever. Just leave it like that. So, you guys find a room full of destroyed stuff. It looks like it may have once served as some kind of like a storeroom situation, but it is completely just ransacked, full of like random wood and boxes and rucksacks and stuff. It is a giant mess in here. It is your garage that you have not cleaned in 17 years.
Ani steps up and goes, "What is it? Oh, it's a rage room."
Is this like standing guy, like this like zombie looking ghost thing? Is that actually there? Or is that just like part of the?
Get the weeping angel. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Don't you start.
Well, then
Do not
after
you
Arnie
start.
says that, I yell out, I got dibs on the Halloween decoration in the back.
The Hallows Eve. It is a much cruder statue than the one that was in the other rooms. Very clearly
It's
made
beyond.
by someone who is far less skilled.
There's 3 statues.
Let me take a look
No?
at my
I-
own
I-
map.
Yeah, I see one.
Yeah, there's 2 black ones, like right here. Right,
Oh, I see it. One in the middle.
Yeah, one in the, yeah. There's 3. There's
Oh,
all
and then I
Oh,
see
you
the
are
other one.
correct. You are
Oh,
correct.
there's 4.
Yes.
I mean, could just be rebel.
Yeah. Good eyes, guys. Yeah, you guys see that this was probably like the more you look at this in here, you realize that this was probably some kind of like workshop, which makes sense. That like tools and such would have been in here. But yeah, somebody was like apprenticing or something along those lines in here. The statues are fairly interesting. One depicts a Jotun woman. Again, does not have the intricacy as the other ones, but is female. And seems to really doesn't have too many like features like carved out or anything like that. It's in the early stages of being carved.
That's probably a fulfilling occupation.
Making statues?
Yes.
Even if you're not good at it?
Well, I mean, you don't get good at it unless you try it.
How do we not know this is as best as it gets?
This is existential, man.
This is
Pessimistic of you.
Guy out there.
I mean, the styles could have changed since this became a ruin. Maybe that was the style, to have it unfinished.
Can I do a recall knowledge and see if there's any noticeable markings on this statue that are comparable to the markings on the other one?
Yeah, absolutely.
What would I do that with actually this time? Just perception?
So recall knowledge, I think, is an action, and
Recall knowledge should be like.
It'll tell you.
What can I just see? Can I just see it like? Well, would I remember something from the statue from earlier? Like, can I just be like, hey, do I see anything that we saw in the last statue?
Yeah, you. Well, yeah. Go ahead and make me a perception check then, because to basically investigate what's going on with this one.
Yeah, pretty much. 14.
For all intents and purposes, like this seemed to, it's very rudimentary. You kind of have like the basic idea of statues is, you carve out a little bit and then you start really going into the details. Either this statue is very, very unfinished, or the person was far less skilled, probably like a very young apprentice, but you don't see any of the same sort of markings or intricacies. The tiny details that were carved into the column and the obsidian statue from before were unmistakable. This barely has any detail on it. Looking around the rubble, you also notice a very interesting statue. One of the statues, the far one, is what you would notice or recognize as I'm gonna fuck up this name, you guys. Frostfegger, which is a old name, which roughly translates to corpse swallower or shipwreck current, often portrayed as a giant eagle. This is what you would imagine this is. It for sure has wings, and it seems to be gripping something in its hands, and has like its mouth open, impossibly wide. The other statue is again, extremely rudimentary, but you believe was a male figure, possibly the partner of the woman or the equivalent god.
Anybody?
Say the last part about the god.
So basically you have
I heard
a male and a female Jotun figures, which they're very large, like even like larger than life, essentially. One is female, one is male, but they kind of like lack any details in the face, so you're like, this could have been real people who existed, or it could be depictions of gods, but since there's very little like actual detail on them, it's hard to tell. And then the other one is very clearly a giant eagle.
Can I tell what the eagle has in its grip?
Yeah, you kind of like look at it like closely, and it seems to be some sort of like globe.
Does it look like carved of the same statue, or does it look separate?
It looks like it is carved of the same statue. You notice that it's not a perfect globe, and that someone had begun to carve into it, and sort of chip away and to create like more of a shape. You would recognize just like how it was beginning to shape as in Norse mythology, it's not like the world, like Midgard would be like a globe on the tree of Yggdrasil, the tree that holds the world. So it's often depicted as spherical, but with a massive tree in the middle, and then like kind of like globes hanging off of it. Very difficult to sculpt, but basically you can kind of recognize that like, oh, maybe they were trying to carve some kind of tree and just lacked the skill to do so.
Okay. Perhaps these are the failed creations of such men. Perhaps we are judging the man based on his rejects and not the statues that he did like. Or perhaps that is too philosophical. I do not think there is much in here. I think
we should go to another room.
There are some boxes that are still intact, right?
Yeah.
You can look through those.
Ilva.
Yeah, what's inside the... Are those open barrels in the
I
back?
just glare at work. You do not snap at me. I do what I will.
It's good to note that like Ilva is close to your stature. She's slightly smaller than you, but like she can basically pull herself up to almost exactly eye level at you.
Yeah,
He's 6'5".
I'm
Yes.
6'1", I think.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
With the boots, you know.
With the boots, yeah.
Well then, wait. Wouldn't that make me like 6'9" with my boots?
She's got the demonia, the fresh demonias, you know.
I got the Go-Go's on.
Yeah.
I brought them out for this trip.
They're white vinyl. Yeah, so there are barrels and boxes and stuff, and like while some of them look disturbed, you certainly could root around and try and find stuff in here.
I want to root.
All right. Make
it out,
a thievery check.
A thievery check?
Who we
We're
thieving
thieving.
from?
14.
Because you are stealing.
I mean,
Okay.
it could be survival, to be honest, but
Yeah.
Foraging.
That's fine.
I'm investigating.
It doesn't matter.
So you kind of like root around. Are you still a rat?
No, but it's only a focus spell, so I can turn back into a rat because it only lasts like.
I was like imagining that you were still a rat, like woohoo!
I mean, I could would that up my chances of finding something good.
I mean, you could scurry up in there a little bit for
Right.
sure.
Well, I was just gonna look at the.
Wait, are you a rat? I don't know. Should I be a rat?
Yeah. I get low light vision and imprecise scent up to 30 feet.
You and me both, buddy.
Speed is 20 feet.
If I was the DM, I'd give you inspiration for that.
Instead, I just like rolled my eyes back in my head.
Okay.
Okay, 14.
All right. Yeah, 14.
So you rummage around, you find 60 gold worth of jasper.
Goddamn.
You also find an ivory drinking horn with copper ends. And after some more rummaging, you do find some light oil, or oil of light.
Sick. I add these to my bag, right?
Yeah.
Is this something so how do I add jasper?
We can mess with it later.
It would be custom item? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, they're in there, so that's fine. We'll add them.
Ani, would you like to make a check? Would you like to rummage? You can also send Yggdrasil to rummage.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see. Okay, yeah, I'd love to send Yggdrasil to rummage. I'll rummage as well, but I don't know exactly how Yggdrasil rummaging would work.
He's a cat.
Well, sure. Not manual dexterity. I just don't know mechanically what bonus.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha.
I know what that information would be.
+2 to knocking shit down.
Yeah, he would just be like.
But yeah, I'll take a close look.
All right, go ahead and make me that good thievery check.
Thievery.
We're stealing.
11.
All right. You don't find a ton. You're not as fruitful as Stamets. However, you do find some leather armor.
Oh, interesting. I found some armor.
Well, put it on.
I don't need armor. I don't want armor.
If you had armor, I couldn't do this. And I'll just give Rick a little whack in the. No, I'm kidding. I'm just totally kidding.
I trust the one that I just bought rather than the one you pulled from the rubble. Thank you.
I imagine it's not very it's kind of heavy. We don't need to bring it with us.
Yeah, like it's nice, but it's not like masterwork.
Yeah. I mean, is it workable enough to where we could sell it to?
You could sell
like
it
a
for
shop or
sure.
Yeah,
You could sell it.
I'll carry it. I'll just stick it in my pack or something.
Ilva's like, all right, for sure.
Get in the pack. Why did that sound kind of sexual?
What is the
You tell me.
encumbrance of armor?
Leather is 1 bulk.
Oh yeah. I'd be fine, but I'm getting close. At 4.
I am actually also getting close, but that's fine. I'll be fine. My strength is pretty high.
Yeah, my encumbered is 5.
My encumbered is 9.
All right. Where do you go next?
I mean, we can pop right back out and go to either door, really.
Let's go to the one that's
probably
good.
That one.
Yeah, the unlocked one. The seemingly unlocked one.
The seemingly unlocked one.
You guys...
Which was this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, for the first time, just try the doorknob. And it opens.
Neat. That was actually going to be my guess.
Okay, I'm trying to remove it on my not DM side, which was woo. Not working out for me, let me tell you guys. A short hallway appears before you.
Okay.
Oh look, a pre-triggered trap.
I see.
Just a hallway.
Just a hallway. There is a door at the end.
It's open.
Are there blades sticking out of a wall?
Yeah, I see a dead man missing a head.
There's a bunch of blades sticking out of the wall.
Oh
Objects in mirror may not be real.
Yeah, you do see a trap that has been triggered, and it is tight to go around the blades, but you could do it. You see that the blades are old and they're very rusted, and the body that once was on the floor is now a skeleton.
I pick up a bone and throw it down the hallway to see if there's any more traps to be triggered.
It clink, 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 clink onto the floor.
Is that a lever? Right next to
I think that's
trap?
Oh.
Or is that for a torch?
You see that like the door at the end of the hallway seems to be like slightly ajar.
Well, looks like no traps. Go ahead, Dvorak.
I did that on all fours, by the way.
I'll have Iggy scout ahead too.
Okay. Nothing happens to either Vorik or Yggdrasil. And as you guys enter the next room, see a sad sight indeed. What was most likely the prison of this hideout.
Noise. I'm going to go over to that desk and see if there's anything around there.
Yeah. Make me a perception.
How about 16?
You rummage around, you see some ink vials that are long since dry, and you see essentially in Jotun a couple of words and runes, sort of in a message form. Most of the papers are literally so old that if you tried to pick one up, it would probably crumble a little bit. But it looks like this was some sort of again, you guys are like, this had to have been some kind of hub or system down here. You guys do see that there are bones in the cages up front. And there are some unopened containers and barrels near the desk as well.
Go crack open one of them barrels.
Right. And you rolled a 14 perception.
16.
Right? Oh, right. Okay.
16.
16. See here. So many tabs. You find a scroll of summon monster, like tucked away in one of the drawers. Seems to have been guarded fairly closely by whoever owned this desk and was maybe being saved in case someone tried to escape or things got real hairy.
I pick up the scroll and I start reading it and go, I hereby summon the...
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
You're probably right.
Yeah, might want to save that for later.
And I tuck it.
Ilva's like, if he doesn't die immediately, like, it's gonna be...
She just turns away and like looks to the ceiling and just kind of shakes her head.
Like, this dude thinks he's gonna be the next Allfather.
Dude, just know this: I'm 6'5" and have survived so far. Think about that.
This is true. You're a prepper, is what you are.
I'm 35 years old, dude. I made shit happen.
Prepper. Oh, that's true. So yeah, I mean, like, the smell is like really bad down here. You guys kind of notice that, like, it's a little bit more wet than some of the other areas. It's still completely overgrown by vines and stuff. Vorik, you kind of like rummage around the desk and sort of don't find anything else super interesting besides that one scroll.
Okay.
And yeah, the bones, like, at one time had shackles on them, and they obviously just died, like, waiting here for something. And you guys notice that there are steps that descend. Iggy swishes his tail on the top step, and you just see the yellow green eyes in the dark as the dancing lights sort of come into the room.
I put my hand in one of the handcuff things and I go, "Look, I'm Loki."
That's funny. That's you have made many jokes, but that is one of the ones.
I'm determined to make Ylva laugh. The stoic one.
Yeah. Ylva's a tough crowd, yo.
You'll take more than that.
Yeah.
But that was very funny.
I'm going to make it work.
Working on my type 5 over here.
Exactly. So a small frost elf druid walks into a bar, and no, I'm kidding. All right, let's move forward.
Well, technically, he walks under the bar.
He walks under the.
He's not tall enough to walk in.
Okay, we're gonna end soon, folks. So
Yeah, we're getting delusional. We're getting.
Ylva's staying put. She doesn't want to disturb any more of the dead, but she will let people pass if they want to explore further in.
Are there any clothes or anything on the people? Oh, I'll let Snamet and Ani go first before I keep saying shit.
I'll take a gander in there. I'm gonna walk up to the steps and like kind of peer down. What can I see from up here?
Make a perception check.
Gladly. 19.
You definitely think that this is that the steps lower into more dungeon area. There could be, more. This area seems the least disturbed, probably because whoever tried to get in here last died on the traps before. But you do hear like a dripping from somewhere.
I'll send Iggy down to check it out, and I'll say to Iggy before I let him go, remember 60 feet. Okay, stay close. And I send Iggy off.
Okay, make a perception check for Iggy.
What does Iggy get? Just my same perception?
Your same thing, right?
Okay. Ooh, good job, Iggy. He's looking right. Binks is looking right at me, by the way. 25.
Stop it.
Ooh.
At 19.
Thank you, Binks.
Yeah. Iggy, silent, slips down onto the stairs. And you guys hear, like, it's dead silent in the tomb. And so you hear his little feet pad down the stone. And you hear him drop or jump down to the bottom step. And Ani, you sort of like look down, kind of like move the dancing lights in a little bit more. Yeah. And you wait a couple minutes. You let Yggdrasil be independent, And after like a moment or two, you hear a scared indicating that Iggy has found something that he does not like.
If Iggy takes any damage, I have a reaction, by the way. That's why 60 feet.
Okay, got it. Let me see something really quick.
I will draw my sword.
Okay.
Here's the handle. Here's the blade.
Ow. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. You hear something like kind of like wetly drop down almost. And you feel Iggy take damage.
How much?
2 damage.
Doesn't take any damage at all.
Okay.
But it's phase familiar. Can we see Iggy at all?
No. Well, do you move the dancing lights down?
Because I have
dancing lights.
Yeah, the dancing lights would be down, giving Iggy light at the very least.
Yeah.
Because Iggy only has dim light, so.
Do they have to stay together? Can you send like 2 with him?
It can be within 10.
Or like you said, string them out 10
like
feet.
string them out.
I can string it. Yeah, they can be a string.
So you could cover like 40 feet with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As the dancing lights,
they're as bright as torches, is what it says.
Yeah. Oh.
They're pretty bright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No 2 of which are more than 100 feet or 10 feet apart. So I can only really light 10 feet, but they all shed like a torch. So it's pretty substantial.
So as the dancing lights catch up, you see that Yggdrasil, while he has taken no damage, has been caught by a horrible-looking creature. Would you guys can make a nature check if you like?
That is a witch's
I recognize that.
That's a witch's head.
What are we rolling?
Nature.
Flashbacks to Hyportia session 1.
Yeah.
What are we rolling?
Nature.
Nature.
Nature. Oh, you're going down, little hat.
I am terrible at nature.
Okay, that did not go as planned. 14.
Also a 14.
Also an 11.
Oh shit. Ig, no!
Like, and you just see
No!
Yggdrasil like hella like doing the cat thing where it like doesn't want to be held, like trying to get away, and like it's just gripping it. A 14's enough. You know that this is what they call a mantle, and it hangs out in like wet, dark places, and just like can be a shadow on the wall, and then jumps on unsuspecting passerby.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
So, that is where we are going to end, and we will pick up. Oh, go ahead, Ani.
I just want to say really quick, if Iggy didn't see it, there could be more.
Fair.
So be careful.
But we have to protect Iggy.
Can I not see these things with low light vision?
They are like black.
Jet black.
Yeah,
So
they're jet
even though-
black. They hide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they can also like if the walls are covered in like vines and overgrown like wildlife or plant life, then they could just hide inside there too, right?
Well, you guys sent Iggy down first
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
check it out.
How big are these?
He's like big. Oh, okay. Actually, hold on.
I think in theory,
I mean,
So
like
this is
5
actually a
feet.
good question. This is
Yes, I gotta go
this
with
one
this
looks smaller than
it's a baby.
it's a baby. This one looks smaller.
Iggy,
You
Iggy,
know
by
they
the way,
can get big.
Iggy, by the way, has 10 HP, and I can do that thing that prevents him from taking damage again, but it would be instead of something else, which is fine.
All right. Well, we will pick up there next week. I'm assuming with initiative. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
We're gonna
yeah.
hit some shit.
Also,
Oh,
don't worry,
I got-
Iggy doesn't die.
Ugh. Fucking ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a little confusing.
Can't wait.
Time
I mean, he
consuming.
does, but he doesn't. It doesn't stick.
Vork's like
Must be
looking at
nice.
all his fucked up spells that he can do.
Yeah, over the table, witches familiars come back the next day.
You know what's funny is I'm pretty sure I could splash water in Iggy's face
Was that?
and give him temporary hit points
Oh yeah.
with the rousing water.
Rousing wall. That's great, actually. You can
Also
splash
get
them.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Rou-
also gets
rousing
them off the
splash.
counter, which is nice.
Yeah, right. It's an added bonus.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream.
That's great.